classes not only to test whether the technical problem has gone, but also to answer those questions. The first day we had a class on nouns, types of nouns. The next day we had a class, that is yesterday, on gerunds. Yesterday, I could not allow you time to ask questions. So today, if you feel like asking questions on any of the two topics covered in the first 2 days, you are welcome to ask them. Today's topic is phrases and clauses. Samantha had asked this in the 2 days when we had only chats. She said that she finds it very confusing to know what is a phrase and what is a clause. At that time, I gave you a definition, which I will give you again. A phrase is a group of words, but it is incomplete. That means it needs something more to complete its meaning. A clause also is a group of words which has incomplete meaning. That means the words are there, they make partial sense. Some meaning is there, but the meaning is not complete. A sentence is a complete meaning, group of words which make complete sense, complete meaning is called a sentence. Already I gave you a test of jumbled words to frame correct sentences. Many of you found that exercise very difficult. I don't remember which test that was. So now, in the next couple of days, you might get a test again where I have put a lot of words, very simple. The sentence which you have to frame is very simple. So a sentence has to make complete sense. A phrase or a clause is not a sentence because it is incomplete. It needs something, some additional information. That is what a phrase and a clause is by definition. Now, how do we differentiate between a phrase and a clause? Phrase has complete meaning, incomplete meaning, clause also has incomplete meaning. So they are similar, but what is that which differentiates them? From a sentence, phrase and clause are differentiated because they are incomplete, sentence is complete. But if you want to differentiate between a phrase and a clause, what should you do? And there I had used the term finite verb and non-finite verb. So that is where we are going to start today. Let me share with you the screen. I hope when I share the screen, it becomes easier for you to understand. Please let me know in the chat box if sharing the screen helps you or not. Here you can see the screen, which is similar to what we did yesterday. Those of you who attended yesterday's class will remember that we had root verb and we had a similar chart yesterday. I have used the same verbs, eat and work. Mohan Valliji, thank you. As usual, you are the first to respond. I feel really happy because Mohan Valliji is one of our most sincere and committed participants. It's, something which all of us can learn from him. So he says that it helps a lot. I'm happy it helps you a lot. Shashwati also very sincere, very committed. Shashwati, on Sunday's class, please ask me your words. I feel very bad that twice or thrice you have asked a list of words like boorishness, etc. I haven't replied to you yet. On Sunday, we have a class only for members. And in this class, we will do, as I told you, the figures of speech. 3 more figures of speech apart from simile and metaphor, newer figures of speech. Good evening, all who are joining now. Today's session is on phrases and clauses. Phrase and clause are incomplete groups of words. The difference is that in a clause, you have to have a finite verb. Now look at the verb, finite verb. And in a phrase, you can have any number of non-finite verbs, but you cannot have a finite verb. No finite verb in a phrase, only in a, we cannot have a finite verb in a phrase. You can have a non-finite verb. In a clause, it is compulsory to have a finite verb. Now, what does finite verb mean? That is a question all of you will ask me. What does finite verb? Finite means the verb which acts in a sentence as a verb. Yesterday, I told you that when we use a verb in a sentence, we may not use it as a verb, we may use it as a noun, or we may use it as an adjective. These are two functions. They look like nouns, but they look like verbs, but they are not functioning like verbs. Same thing I'll repeat again today. A finite verb is the present tense or the past tense or any of the tenses which can be derived only by adding a helping verb or an auxiliary verb. Thank you, PG Knowledge. I don't know your name, but I'm very happy that you listen to the videos and you benefit. Now, at this point, let me tell you that my videos, which are 10 or 15 years old, are being misused hugely on YouTube. Please do not follow any of those channels where they are misusing those old videos, because those are not videos for learning. They are only lectures. Here in this channel, I started the channel only because I wanted to give you the information in a systematic way, in a step-by-step manner. So please share this with everybody who wants to learn English. Don't go by those old things. Wherever I gave lectures, they uploaded at a time when I didn't know what YouTube was. Okay? So, Ganesh Yadav ji, welcome. You're an English teacher, very happy. There are many members on the channel who are English teachers, English professors. I feel happy to welcome all of you. Now, let us talk about finite verb. So, finite means a verb which does the work of a verb. In the present tense, we have eat. In the past tense, we have ate. Or in the future, will eat. Will is a helping verb. Will eat. That is the form. So we have eat, ate, and will eat. That is a simple form. If you go to the verb playlist, you will find details of all these finite verbs. There are 12 divisions of time in English. Simple present, simple past, simple future. Present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. Present perfect, past perfect, future perfect. Then present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous. So these are 12 divisions. How do you get 12 out of only these two forms? Because only two forms can be derived from there, and these are non-finite. Past participle, present participle, infinitive, to plus verb. These are non-finite. They are never used as verbs unless you give an auxiliary verb. Will be eating. That is the form which we use for the continuous of future. Will is helping verb, be is helping verb. We call them as auxiliary verbs. Be is a primary auxiliary verb. Will is a modal auxiliary verb. Then has, primary auxiliary verb. That is perfect tense, has worked or had been working, past perfect continuous. So, how did we get? We got only by adding helping verbs. Alone, these fellows cannot do anything. Eaten cannot come alone. It has to come using a helping verb, auxiliary verb. There are separate videos on auxiliary verbs. Whenever I'm using a term in the class you don't understand, watch the entire video and then ask me at least 10 questions. I'll be very happy. But if you ask me questions without watching the video, which I have uploaded more than a year or two back, then I don't know how to answer you. How much do you know? We are not meeting face to face, we are meeting online. So please remember that we shall have this as the finite verb list. So if you are using a clause, all these verbs possibility is there. All the 12 tense verbs should occur in some form or the other in the clause. But if it's a phrase, this will not be there. But in a phrase, verb can be there in the form of present participle, past participle. Today, unfortunately, these two got, past came first, present came later, but don't worry. Present participle, past participle, and infinitive, to plus verb, these are all not verbs unless they take helping verb. To plus verb can never be a helping, it can never accept a helping verb. It is always non finite. I want to study, I want to learn English. All these to learn, to study, these are always non finite. They are not finite verbs because in that sentence, want is the finite verb. So, in this way, if you understand, then you'll be able to speak English better. You will be able to read. When you read, you can find this. Tomorrow, when you're reading the newspaper, try to find out which sentences have finite verbs, which group of words do not have a finite verb. Then you will, in real life, you will be practicing phrases and clauses. That's the best way to learn grammar, not only by reading books. Many people ask which book to read. There are hundreds of books. I'm giving you the gist of all those hundreds of books in these videos, but I cannot recommend a single book. So, without helping verb, this category of words are non finite. These two are only finite alone. These become finite with the help of helping verbs. Let us now move to the phrases and clauses part. So please remember what is finite and what is non-finite. Okay, then we have good evening, ma'am. I want to learn English, but I don't know what I can do. I'm trying to learn now. Very good. You have come to the right place. I have prepared, when many people said this, I have prepared a list of videos you will find in the playlist called Beginner's English, Lesson 1 to Lesson 23. Watch Lesson 1 tomorrow. Watch it many times. Then repeat each sentence along with the video. Once that is finished, close the video and try to speak it out, whatever you remember. You need not remember 100%. Even if you remember 50%, try to say that on your own, using your own words, using your own voice mechanism, your mouth, lips, nose, etc. That will help you a lot. So please try to learn Sakshi Kadamji. If you try that, and let me know how much you're improving. If you do this for a week or 10 days, 23 days, if you do it, I'm sure you will tell me that, yes, I'm improving. Hundreds and hundreds are writing that comment that, yes, I'm improving. Okay, good evening, all those who have joined. Now, let me share with you the next slide. The next slide is only examples. First, I will give you examples, and then, our members love tests. They always say that we should give a test. Vajayanti ji, yesterday I did your doubt, gerund. I don't know whether you attended or you watched it. Please watch it and let me know whether it is clear. Today I'm doing Samantha's question. I don't know whether she's there, but she will watch, I'm sure. Anjana Bhargavji always says, give a test. Purva Mukherjee, I don't know if you're there. Give a test. Many of you ask for a test. Recently, Kasturi said that the test was very useful. I felt happy that all of you are benefiting using these tests. So today also we shall have a test of identifying the group of words which are incomplete and then telling whether they are a phrase or a clause. First, look at these 10 examples. Everyone praised him for his hard work. Now, look at this. For his hard work makes some sense, don't you think? It makes meaning. Some meaning is there, but it is incomplete meaning. Now, what happened for his hard work? What for his hard work? What happened for his hard work? These are questions that are there in our mind when you use a phrase. So it is incomplete. Now, why am I calling it a phrase? All the brown colored ones are phrases and the blue colored ones are clauses. Because for is a preposition, his is a pronoun acting as an adjective, possessive adjective, hard is adjective, and work is noun. So we don't have a verb anywhere. We don't have a finite verb. We don't have a non-finite verb. Nothing is there here. So we call this a phrase. Everyone praised him is good enough. Sentence is complete. No need for anything else. Everyone praised him. Complete sentence. But the reason is also given for his hard work. Therefore, this is a phrase which is added to an already existing sentence to make it longer. Now, if you have the same thing in a clause form, what do? Everyone praised him because he worked hard. Now, see, work was noun here. It has become past tense verb finite. Work past tense is worked. He is the subject. Therefore, we require a verb. And that verb is worked. So immediately, because he worked hard, becomes a clause. It is no longer a phrase because worked has come. Worked is a finite verb. Remember, I told you present tense and past tense are finite because these words act as a verb, action word in the sentence. So if you know what is finite, if you know what is non-finite, you will have no problems at all in identifying a phrase or a clause. Now, the quality of honesty in a person. Clear? It makes sense. It is not as though it is without sense. The quality of honesty in a person is essential. So what is essential? This is essential. That is essential. So that instead of this or that, we have many words, a group of words where I cannot find any verb, finite or non-finite. The is an article, quality is noun, of preposition, honesty noun again, in preposition, a article, person, noun. So we have many nouns, we have a preposition, we have many articles, but we don't have a verb. Therefore, since there is no verb here, it becomes a phrase. Now, suppose you want to put the same phrase into the clause form, what do? This is very essential for those of you who are appearing for exams. This kind of transformation is a very popular question in exams. It is essential that a person has the quality of honesty. Now look at the word has. Has is a verb. Primary auxiliary verbs can do the function of a verb all on their own. They don't require another main verb. They only require a helping. They can do a helping function, they can do a main verb function also. So that a person has the quality of honesty. The only change that has come is that we have introduced a finite verb. So it becomes a clause. The sun came out, no, the sun came out after the heavy rain. After preposition, the article, heavy adjective, rain noun. Now you see, group of words with meaning, no verb. So phrase. The sun came out when the heavy rain stopped. After became stopped. Stopped is the past tense of a verb stop. Therefore, it is there here clearly that verb is there. Therefore, it is a clause. The mangoes growing on this tree are very sweet. Now look at the underlined part, the mangoes growing on this tree. Meaning is there, but it's not complete. What happened to the mangoes? Why are we talking about mangoes? Please complete the sentence. That is what you feel like saying when somebody says the mangoes growing on this tree. So it does not have any finite verb, but for the first time here, you have a non-finite verb. Look at the word growing. The verb is to grow. So grow is present tense. Grew, G-R-E-W is past tense. Grown is past participle. Growing is present participle. Growing can be a finite verb only if you give it a helping verb by saying is growing or has been growing and so on. Here nothing is there. The mangoes growing. So growing is a non-finite verb here. The mangoes growing on this tree. Since I did gerund yesterday, you can say that here growing describes mangoes. Therefore, it is a participle and not a gerund. We don't require a gerund here because already subject of the sentence is there. But description for mangoes is growing. The mangoes, Vajanti ji, you have watched the video and you're happy. That class was entirely devoted to your question. I'm glad that you learned it. So the mangoes growing on this tree is a phrase because it has a non-finite verb, no finite verb. Now you see the clause form, the mangoes that grow. Grow is the present tense of the verb on this tree are very sweet. Here are is present tense, so we have to say grow, which is the present tense. In a single sentence, please don't make tense changes unless you are using direct speech. You can say, the man said, past tense, mangoes grow on this tree. But when you make reported speech, you have to say, the man said that mangoes grew on this tree. Past tense, grew, not grow. We cannot have two tense forms in a single sentence, that is present past. You can have present continuous and present perfect. Present category you can have, past category you can have. Future category, you have to be very careful because once the future comes in a sentence, it is not repeated again. All these you must understand and then you will get benefited. First semester college tech, BTech communication skills. Will you teach on this channel? No. Learn English. You don't require to learn a syllabus. You know, our engineers, BTechs, they learn the syllabus. Then they go to a country where English only is spoken, not your mother tongue, and then all your syllabus English does not help you to speak at all. Therefore, Ansh Verma, Ansh Verma, I think you've asked this in the comments also. I don't teach any syllabus on this channel. I only teach you good English. Once you learn good English, any exam, any syllabus, any job interview, anything will be easy. Lifelong, you can use English communication in case you are learning good English. But then people don't want to learn good English. They only want to learn their syllabus. And you must remember that when we learn the syllabus, first year BTech English is there, you learn it, you appear for the exam. Second year BTech, when you go, no English, so you say, oh, I've forgotten English. By the time you finish BTech, you fail in all interviews. I have seen this in IITs and NITs, where students get excellent marks in their subjects and they don't get a job. People who don't get such good marks but who have good English get better jobs. So please don't make that mistake, Ansh Verma. You're a young boy or a young girl now. Try to learn good English. Don't talk about syllabus. Syllabus is only a fragmented learning. It's like learning part of something. Don't do that. Try to learn the entire thing. Okay, I'm happy that Kasturi, you liked the explanations. What I'm teaching is spoken English. I have given you Manpreet Kaur. Manpreet Kaur ji, look at the shadowing video playlist. There are many videos there. Repeat whatever I say in each video. Then after watching the video, stop the video and then speak on your own. Even if you make hundreds of mistakes, every day if you speak for half an hour, watching and repeating and speaking at least half an hour per day, after a few days, you will tell me that you are improving your spoken English. I don't teach any specific category. My aim is to make all of you speak excellent English, write excellent English, understand excellent English, and read excellent English. These are all what you have to do. All the members of the channel will tell you how much they have been improving. Therefore, don't ask whether I'm teaching spoken English. 5, 8, 900 videos are there for you to learn spoken English. Almost every day there is a video on this channel. In 2 years, 8, 900 videos. Can you imagine? Just in 600 days, you have 8, 900 videos. Every video will help you to improve. Okay? Now let us come here. The mangoes that grow on this tree. Very good. I'm very happy. I wish you all the best to become a teacher, English teacher. We need good English teachers. Therefore, Manpreet Kaur, all the best to you. Now, the 9th sentence, seeing a big snake. Now, seeing, you see? Seeing a big snake, the boy started running. ING form, non-finite, therefore it is a phrase. It is not a clause. Here we have, the boys saw a big snake and started running. The boys saw. Saw is the past tense of see. Seeing is non-finite, saw is finite. So here is a phrase in number 9. Here is a clause in number 10. Good evening, ma'am. I have been watching your videos for 1 year. Reading books is the best activity. Recently, I have read The Diary of a Young Girl. Excellent. I'm very happy Thakurji. I don't know your full name. Yes, Anjana Bhargavji is absolutely right. These videos are getting recorded and they are being uploaded again. So you can see it and do it as many times as possible. Now, I hope that is clear, but we don't know. I always feel that self assessment is important. Self assessment means testing yourself. So now you will have to test yourself. I will give you 10 sentences. First, you have to mark out the phrase or the clause, then you have to identify it. Don't be in a hurry, take your time. The best way to do it would be when you sit with a notebook and then you do, and then you put it in the chat box. And if I can't, because this is a larger class, I might not be able to correct everybody's. I will give you another slide where you will see the answers and you will be able to correct it yourself. If you have difficulties, then you can ask me any number of questions. Okay? Do it one by one. Please do not go to sentence number 2, 3, 4, 5 till everybody has answered question number 1. Then only I can correct. Otherwise, I find it very difficult if somebody is answering number 7, somebody is answering number 5, somebody is answering number 1. I cannot manage to keep track. Chatting you have to give. So, first look at the first sentence only. A man with long hair is asking for you. So we have to identify, does the sentence have a phrase or a clause? Fly intelligent gaming. Tomorrow I'm going to Loyola College to give a lecture to their students, about 100, 200 of them. I belong to Osmania University all my life. I worked in a 100-year-old university in Hyderabad called Osmania University. This was set up long back, and it is one of the premier universities in the country. I have nothing to do with Loyola Academy, only they keep inviting me, then I go there. So I don't belong to Loyola Academy, I belong to Osmania University. I'm a student of class 11, and 4 months ago I joined PA, where I learn English speaking and communication. That is excellent. Rachit Arts. Okay. Now we have the answer. First one, a man with. Now, did I say a man with a long hair? A long hair means only one hair. Now, can we have only one hair? We don't. We have thousands and thousands of hair. Hair is only, we don't say hairs, it's uncountable. So you have to remove the article. The maximum mistakes we make is in the use of articles. So the answer is correct, but article is extra. A man with long hair. That is not a clause. Identifying the group of words is correct. A man with long hair. Now you see, a is article, man is noun, with is preposition, long is adjective, hair is noun again. So where is the finite verb? Can you tell me where you have found a finite verb? There is no finite verb here. So a man with long hair is a phrase. Yes, Shashwati, you've got it correct. Manpreet, you've got it correct. Rajkumar, one is not clause. Rajkumar, one is phrase. A man with long hair, very good. Second is clause. Now, I don't want only phrase or clause. I want the group of words. Okay? First one has no finite verb. The postman who has brought a parcel is waiting at the door. That is number two. Now, number two is a clause. That's right. But a man with long hair is a phrase. Mohan Valiji, you're right. Uh, no need to apologize. Please understand, if you made a mistake, it is fine. And by making many mistakes, we learn better and better. No finite verb. That is right. Second one is a clause, but you have to tell me, Vaijayanti ji, which words are the clause? I want to know, all of you. Rachit, it's a clause, that is number two. Mohan Valiji, it's a clause, right? Is asking for you is the sentence. Is asking for you is the real sentence. He is asking for you. That is what the sentence is. Or a man is asking for you. That is a sentence. With long hair is the description of this man. Therefore, that is the phrase. Okay. Now, the second one is asking for you is correct. It's not, is asking for you is not a clause, it's the part of the sentence. Okay. You need not identify the sentence as phrase or clause. Today, we are not talking about that. Question two is a clause, but I want to know which words are the clause. N. Bal Pandey ji, I don't take any individual classes. In fact, I should not be taking any classes because I retired many, many years back. Now I'm old, I should take rest. But since many thousands have asked for a YouTube channel, this is the only thing which I teach. Sometimes, maybe once a week, I go to various colleges who invite me, and then I take a lecture or a workshop, like tomorrow is a workshop. That I do. But I don't take individual classes, I don't take group classes, I don't take Zoom classes, I don't take face to face classes. I don't take anything except this YouTube channel. Okay, if you want to learn, this channel is sufficient to teach you excellent English. But you have to do whatever I tell you to do. Yes, now we have the postman who has brought a parcel is the clause. Raghav Reddy Garu, you've got it right. Now we have many have gone to others also. Let me see the answers one by one. Uh, Clause, clause, clause. Okay. Second is clause, one phrase, two clause. Kasturi, you have to identify the group of words, not enough to say it's a phrase or a clause. I just gave you the sentence. I want you to identify that group. Okay. The postman who has brought a parcel. That is correct. That is a clause. Now, don't go to the third one, Rajkumar. Wait a little. We will come to it. The postman who has brought a parcel. Thakur, please, Thakurji, please write the postman who has brought a parcel. Or who has brought a parcel is enough. Even if you don't say postman, if you don't say man, that is okay. The phrase is with long hair or who has brought a parcel. All these are enough. The postman who has brought a parcel is a clause, right? Number four, we haven't come to number four yet. Those who are very swift, our member Rajkumar ji is very swift. He goes ahead of everybody. But please wait, let the others finish number two. Then we will come to three, and then we will go to four. This third sentence is the room in the corner of the house is empty. So, in the corner of the house, Anjana ji, it's a phrase, right? No problem. But you have to give up to a house, the room in the corner of the house, or in the corner of the house. Who has brought is finite verb. That is correct. Absolutely. Who has brought a parcel is a clause. Vajanti ji, you're correct. The postman who has brought a parcel, yes, that is the group of words you have to identify. Manpreet, you are right. 6, don't go to 6, 5, 4, 3, nothing. I'm not going to correct those now. I will try to find them later. The postman who has brought a parcel, that is a clause. Then the room in the corner of the house, that is a phrase. Now let us move to the in the corner of the house phrase, right? Don't worry, Samantha, today's class is your doubt. So watch the video 3, 4 times so that you can understand and you then let me know how it helps you. Let us come to sentence number 4. Third one we finished. The furniture which you have bought can be put in that room. The furniture which you have bought can be put in that room. Now here you have to first identify whether a group of words is there, phrase or clause, and then you have to also identify whether it is a phrase or clause. Now let me search where Raj Kumar's has got. Fourth is clause. Yes, that is right. Fourth is clause. Now let me see. Fourth, you have not identified what it is. Okay. See, there is so much confusion because you are answering out of turn. I can't find, there are so many chats. I can't find your answers. So please do it once more. Those of you who are doing it now. Third is in the corner of the house, right? The fourth is which you have brought. Very good. That is not a phrase because you have bought is a finite verb. So it's a clause. You have bought. I'm sorry, Surya Beads World. I have forgotten your name again. Uh, it's very difficult for me to remember all the names. As the names come in your identity, I immediately catch the name. Otherwise, it becomes difficult. So, which you have bought is a clause because you have bought. Have bought is the perfect tense, present perfect tense. You're watching from Bangladesh, most welcome. I'm happy to meet you. Bablu Mohari. I hope I got that correct. Which you have brought is clause. Vajanti ji, you're correct. Sangeeta, which you have brought. Sangeeta Malik ji, clause, which you have brought, clause. Okay. Now, Rajkumar has reached number 9. I'm not even going to correct because let us stick to 4 first. Okay, let all of us congratulate Akkala Raghav Reddy Garu. He has qualified in the TET, Teacher Eligibility Test of Andhra Pradesh. So every member can write congratulations, Raghav Reddy, in the chat box. I want all the participants to congratulate him and wish him all the best for his future. He is one person who has been watching from the first day the channel started, and he has continuously watched for 2 years and see the result. He has qualified a very tough exam, that is the teacher eligibility test exam. Now he can get a job in any government organization because he has that eligibility. So I'm very happy to say this. I'm very happy to share this news with all the participants. And I think every member on the channel would like to congratulate you I give you my heartfelt congratulations. Okay. Now we move. Do we have some more four? Answer four. Okay, now answer five. She needs a maid who will take care of the children. She needs a maid who will take care of the children is clause. Yes. Don't go into dependent or independent now, Shashwati. That is another lesson. It is who will take care. It is not a dependent clause. It is a relative clause. Okay. So don't go into clause types. We are not doing clause types today. We are only doing phrases and clauses, basic definition. So number five is right. And now who else has number five? Who will take care um, of the children, or who will take care of? These are all correct, Anjana Bhargavji. That is a clause. You're right. Some have joined now. Please watch the video and do the exercise. Then we have, let me see. Who will take care of her children clause? Very good. Now we come to the gardener wants some tools to keep the garden clean. The gardener wants who will take care of clause. Very good. Mohan Maliji, you're right. The gardener wants some tools to keep the garden clean. Now, if anybody has done it earlier, please try to repeat it, because I cannot go, searching for that. To keep the garden clean is not a clause, because to keep is non-finite verb. Keep is not a verb here. It is a non-finite. To plus verb can never be a finite verb. I told you. I showed you the chart and I told you that the infinitive form can never be a finite verb. To keep the garden clean is a phrase. Okay, sentence number 5. I didn't see your answer. Let me see. To keep the garden clean, Purushothaman K. Purushothamanji, it is not a clause. To keep is non-finite verb. Therefore, we can't consider it as a verb. We consider it as a non-finite, and it is a phrase. It is not a clause. The requirement for a clause is that we need to have a finite verb. To keep is non-finite, the is article, garden is noun, clean is adjective. Therefore, we have no finite verb at all. To keep the garden clean is a phrase. Sangeeta Malikji, you're right. All others have got it correct. It's a phrase, yes, not a clause. Now let us move. He plans to distribute his wealth before 2027. He plans. Now, what does he plan? That is the group of words. Now, before 2027 is only, the preposition and noun. So it cannot be a phrase. It is two distinct words. A phrase has to be a group of words. He plans what? That is the answer for you. Yes, Vajanti ji, some tools to keep the garden clean is a phrase. That's right. Here, number 7. Number 7, I have not got an answer. Surya Beads, Shashwati Goswami, you've just got part of the answer, not the full answer. The gardener wants some tools is a clause. Don't worry about that, because that is a part of the sentence. The gardener wants it. It is the phrase here. The phrase or the clause is not a part of the sentence. Okay, now number 7, he plans to distribute is not correct. Anjana Bhargavji. He plans. Plans is a verb. It's the main verb. Main subject he, main verb plans. The rest of the sentence is a phrase. To distribute his wealth before 2027. That is the phrase. To distribute, again, non finite, infinitive, his wealth before 2027. They said that they would give free food to the poor. Now, here you have a verb, would give. Therefore, it's a clause very easy to understand. They would give free food to the poor, or would give free food to the poor, that they would give free food to the poor. All these can be classified as a clause. While running for the bus, somebody has done this already, I think. While running for the bus, that is the phrase, because running is non finite here. The boy fell down is the part of the sentence. The boy was chasing the dog to get back his ball. To get back his ball, that is the phrase here. Because to get again is non finite. Now, Lutfi, I don't know your name. Can we use boy was watching? Yes, why can't you use boy was watching is a finite verb. You have to say what was he watching? The boy was watching television, or the boy was watching a cricket match, the boy was watching children play. You have to always, watching is a verb which requires an object. That is called a transitive verb. Therefore, you have to uh, give the right object to it. So, boy was watching. I did not give watching anywhere, I think, but you can certainly use it. You have to only give us something to it. Boy was watching what? To distribute wealth before 2027 is phrase, right? That they would give free food to the poor is clause, right? Santosh. Santosh, I didn't get any other answers from you. Only first time. Would give free food to the poor is phrase, yes. To distribute his wealth is okay, phrase. You got 7 out of 10. Okay, that's very good. It's a little more practice. They would give, that they would, if you can't say they would give only, that they would give, you have to say, then it becomes a clause. If you say they would give free food to the poor, it becomes a complete sentence. We are not looking at a complete sentence here. We are looking at an incomplete meaning. A man with long hair is a phrase. Excellent. Jagadish Pallagani. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Can we use the sentence without the where is your sentence? Let me see. Can we use boy was watching? No, you can't use boy was watching. I didn't see it because I'm looking through the chat so fast that I'm not able to see. You have to give all singular common nouns. Please remember this rule. Every singular common noun has to have an article. You can say a boy was watching, the boy was watching. Both are, depending on the meaning, you can use it. But please do not use boy alone. It's a common noun. Singular common nouns require an article compulsorily. The rule does not apply always to plural common nouns. Plural common nouns can come without articles, but singular common nouns can never come without articles. I hope I have cleared your doubt. Now let me see. Okay. Now I will stop sharing this and I will give you the answers slide. Check the answers, and then if you have doubts in this, you must remember that you can always send a comment. I don't get as many questions in the comment box as I get hello, madam, good evening, madam, good afternoon, madam, thank you, madam, or sometimes, a smile or a heart or some such thing, emoji. I want you to ask questions. I want you to comment. I want you to practice your English by writing long comments. You can write 5, 6 sentences. That would make sense because we have a small group of members, and of course, sometimes non members also, who write a comment almost every day, and they write long comments. That is very important. So here we see a man with long hair is a phrase. The postman who has brought or who has brought a parcel is a clause. The room in the corner of the house or in the corner of the house is phrase. You can leave out the uh, subject of the sentence if you want. The furniture which you have bought or which you have bought is a clause. A maid who will take care of the children is a clause. You can say who will take care of the children. Who, which, that, what, when it is starting, always remember that those are relative clauses. I've given you an entire video on relative pronouns and relative clauses. Please watch these videos. It takes a lot of effort for me to prepare a video, and then I find that not many people watch it. Therefore, please watch. What I'm telling you is in great detail available in a video. If you can't find the video, send me a comment saying, Madam, I want the link to the video on give the subject. I will search for the link and I will give it to you. Sometimes it takes a lot of time for me to do that. A week, 10 days, sometimes more, 2 weeks. But finally, it will reach you and you can watch. Till today, in 2 years, not even a single comment has gone unanswered on this channel. Every comment has an answer. Okay. Then some tools to keep the garden clean or to keep the garden clean, phrase. To distribute his wealth before 2027, phrase. That they would give free food is clause. I'm sorry, I forgot to write here. It's a clause. While running for the bus. Now let me just make the correction because when this becomes a video, it creates a problem. Okay, so here you have got while running for the bus is a phrase. To get back his ball is also a phrase. The boy was chasing the dog is a clause. It is obviously it is a clause. Every sentence, the part of the sentence which is not underlined, which I have not identified in all the 10 sentences, they are all clauses. Is asking for you is a clause. Is waiting at the door is a clause. Is empty is a clause. Can be put in that room is a clause. She needs is a clause. The gardener wants is a clause. He plans is a clause. They said is a clause. The boy fell down is a clause. And the boy was chasing the dog is also a clause. All of them have meaning, they are incomplete, and all of them contain a finite verb. So everything which is left out, ununderlined, is a clause. Okay, I feel very happy that you've understood. You are a very, very sincere learner. Therefore, when you say I have understood, then, that's great. Now, somebody says, big doubt. What doubt do you have? I need an explanation, please. When you give a sentence to the students, can you say, boys are playing cricket without the? Yes. Can you see now difference? You have answered your own doubt. Boys is a plural noun which always does not require an article unless you want to specifically say one group of boys. You want to point out by saying the boys who are in the team are playing cricket, or the boys who live next to my house are playing cricket. Boys who study in my school are playing cricket. The boys there will show specific group of boys. Otherwise, plural noun does not require an article. Earlier sentence, you gave a singular noun. Then I told you the rule that the singular common noun always requires an article. Now your big doubt is plural noun. So you have changed the singular boy to the plural boys. Now I will repeat the rule. Common nouns which are plural sometimes need articles, sometimes they do not need articles. I hope your big doubt is clear. Please let me know if your doubt is clear. Then you can, of course, ask as many questions as possible. I feel very happy when many questions are asked because the best way of learning is questioning. The more questions